Hello, I'm forecaster Steve from the Chestnut Ridge Weatherline Forecast Center at 423-969-4900. That's where I usually post my public forecasts for the telephone. And just want to let you know that I'm not a National Weather Service, but I am studying meteorology as well as going practice forecasting as well. So let's get you started right down to the point. First of all, we do have a line of strong to severe thunderstorms, if you will. This line is moving its way eastward from Manatee, Florida, all the way on up into, it seems to be Hillsborough, getting into some activity, and then it extends all the way north just to Barlow. These storms carrying 60-mile-an-hour winds, maybe some hail, and even some gusty surface rains there as these storms start to push east, northeast. Now, one thing that I do want to be bringing a concern for is that some of these storms that you see that are developing sort of a little bit of a culinary shapes could become pretty strong enough to actually produce water spouts or tornadoes along these regions. And I wouldn't be surprised to see a few water spouts, tornadoes developing here from, let's say, Tallahassee, Florida, all the way down into the Florida Keys. We could be seeing the possibility for some tornadic storms as these storms start to move east and a bit northeast. There you see a little bit of moisture picking up here, and again, that is indicating that we could see more thunderstorms develop, some which could be severe, to produce some hail damaging winds as well as maybe some tornadoes there. We'll keep an eye on that for you throughout the night, and of course you could always keep an eye on Thomas Kennedy's convex forecast, as he will let you know what is going on for sure. Looking at the updated setup, there's the front that you see off to our southeast along the Carolinas down in southeastern Texas. It looks like that we got a very high genetic front that is over across the Carolinas and down and moving into Florida, where strong severe storms are currently developing. Now we also have an area of low pressure here, or northwest flow aloft, that's setting up an area of low pressure, and this, what you're seeing on the low, is going to track southeast along the inverted trough and then into the Carolinas. And what that will do is it moves in is create moisture, abundant moisture, and this low that you see here is going to produce the possibility for some snow. We're talking from the Ohio Valley all the way on up into Pennsylvania, New Jersey, while it does look like outer areas such as Carolinas, some parts Tennessee, extending really down to northern Florida, could see a good heavy rain potential there, as well as that potential exists for some strong storms. Now I do want to enhance that some of these models are still uncertain, so I will bring a new update just as soon as I can. But if we see any severe weather, right now I'm thinking that the area of concern will probably most fortunately be the Outer Banks of the Carolinas, where we could see tornadoes, hail, and damaging winds with the next system. While it does look like some backfiring could actually occur along the cold frontal area of low pressure, and that could bring severe weather across Montana, back over into northwestern Kansas, and parts of northwest Missouri. We'll keep an eye on that though, as it's still quite a few days away. Looking at maybe the possibility of some significant accumulations, as there is a winter storm watch across Virginia, back on up into the northeastern sections of New York. It does look like a winter storm watch there, which means the potential exists for significant snowfall accumulations, that they're very possible. And of course, if you get under a winter storm warning, make sure that you are pretty well prepared, and that you exactly know what to do when a winter storm hits. Make sure you got non-perishable food items, such as maybe make sure that you've got plenty of water, and just keep yourself not hungry and not thirsty during the storm event. We could be looking in between, probably, I'm not looking at really bad conditions, but whiteout conditions and maybe 5 to 8 inches of snow from these areas that are under that winter storm watch. But wouldn't be surprised to see a few flurries or snow showers pick up for the mountain areas as well. Depends on how far south this low pressure extends and just how much cold air we're going to see funneling down. That is the question. And right now, the way the models are indicating, see, we got a lot of cold air that actually goes from the northwesterly boundary to southeast, and depends on how much cold air will funnel down. That is where the situation will be for some snowfall, as well as some probably between the snowfall chances and the severe weather chances there. Let me go ahead and point out some areas that might see the possibility of snow, and this is from Monday through Thursday. Now from Monday, it looks like the storm may start further a little bit northeast, but then it might work its way to southeast on Tuesday, and so mainly northeast Tennessee areas right on up and through the mountain locations, I think, is where we're going to see the better potential for maybe some snow there, where there is that winter storm watch in effect. But now, wouldn't be surprised if they downgrade those to advisories, as it does look like the system is pretty well going to be monitoring throughout the week. But again, that is exactly what we're looking at, is maybe just between 5 to 8 inches of snow, possible, not likely, but possible. And we could even see some severe weather set up here along these regions, as it does look like the system is going to advance its way east and northeast. How much rain are we talking about? Well, if the rain sets up just really nicely for us, we could be looking at a good rain band from the Carolinas all the way through parts of the Tennessee Valley, northeastern Tennessee, and that's where I think we'll see the potential for 1 to 2 inch rainfall amounts, maybe higher in some locations along and head of the front. Focusing on this weather pattern, and again, there you see the cold air spilling to the south across the Ohio Valley. That's why we're seeing thunderstorms pick up in Florida along this region, as it does look like, as it does indicate the front making its way further south, and as it does so, thunderstorms being picked up from Florida here, and it looks like that will continue to be the case through the overnight hours. However, the cold air that you see here that's from the north sliding south is going to make a big difference for our daytime highs and lows across the Tennessee Valley. We could see highs drop well into the lower 60s, while lows at night drop into the mid to upper 20s, lower 30s. Now, are we looking at maybe some freezing frost conditions? Possibly, yes. I think more of the chances for snow you go is going to be the further northward you go up through the mountains into the northeastern sections of the state, including the Big Apple, where we could see the potential for a pretty good snowfall amount. Snowfall amount there. Well, I'm coughing myself, so hope you enjoyed the models, and pray for me. I've been pretty nastily sick. I had to go to the hospital last night, so just pray that God has His way on me, and of course I'll keep you updated.